I'm ArmoredChocobo, and I play video games for the internet. It's not Digimon World. It's Kingdoms of the Dump. This game came out just very recently, like within the last couple of months. Around November of last year. Which is only a couple months ago. Made by a couple of janitors. Yeah. Well, I'd say that's a weird career upgrade, but it's a pretty darn good game. Roach Games is what they call themselves. Of course they do. They made Kingdoms of the Dump. And they're janitors. Which means we're going to see a lot of garbage. This game is total garbage in a good way. It's a Mother-like RPG. I had it on my wish list ever since it was on the Mother Direct in like I think it was 2023 is the last time they had a Mother Direct. That's ended up on my wish list, and I've been waiting for it to come out, and it finally did. And luckily, there's multiple save states too, so that's another good bonus in my book when it comes to RPGs. The great city of Scrap stood tall and proud amongst the lands of Phil. We're gonna have a lot of garbage puns. While the other dump kingdoms were tangled in petty wars, the Scrap Masters of Garbagia forged a stainless age of peace and progress. Kinda looks technological, like semi. Modern technological mixed with a bit of steampunk and medieval. But even peace, it seems, has an expiration date. Oh no, war has befallen the kingdom! Who would have ever expected this in an RPG? From out of nowhere, it was unleashed. The toxic waste from another place. Monsters swept through the city. Twisting and terrifying beasts that defy imagination. Well, I don't know. Somebody drew these. Someone imagined them. Dump scholars still debate the cause to this day. Did the Scrap Iron Kings rise too high, too fast? Was this punishment divine? Garbage God was mad at you. All we do know is that Garbamesh the Great sprung into action. And then he used Excalibur, which is actually a good sword. Explosions? What the shovel is going on here? Oh, we're playing a very manly king. He's very manly. Prince Garbamesh! The city is under attack! You must come with me. Under attack? Impossible! No one would ever attack in a JRPG! Monsters have overrun the castle. We have to evacuate. I will not abandon this city! You are the heir to the garbage throne! And I swore an oath to protect you. You must come with me. Alright, old friend. To the bridge to the southwest. Well, let me check around the city for loot first. Receptacles joined the party as a guest. That's how I'm going to say it. Because receptacles is just too silly and common. It also sounds like testicles. Garbage juice. I will leave this for my ancestors, because clearly this is the tutorial part of the game, and I will be... Egads, green slime! Egads, green slime monster! Stay sharp, my liege! Time your hits by pressing the action button at the right moment. Yep, it's Mario. Mario RPG, Superstar Saga. You can also time your blocks as well. I want your sword. Your sword is pretty awesome. Also, there's movement. So there's a bit of Live Alive in here too. The closer you are, the more damage you do. Ah yes, I have leveled up. Verily. I will also save these clips for my descendant. Because clearly I will survive this encounter. There's a jump button. So yeah, this is very much like Mario and Luigi, Paper Mario, Mother, Live Alive. There's a lot of good RPGs that have DNA in this game. Receptacles, help me. What kind of sword is that anyway? It looks like a cheese grater. Here, I'll attack this one and you handle that guy. I've gotten pretty good at timing. It's a little weird to get the timing in this game at first. Like, that is a time to block. Sometimes they'll just straight up miss. That was actually a crit I did. I don't really know the time. The timing for guest characters is a little weird. But basically the rule of thumb is once the sword hits the target, hit your A button. It's rather generous. It's just the timing is a little weird at first if you're not used to it. I say, there's lots of green monsters everywhere. I will run away. Because that is the heroic thing to do. Plus they're tethered and they're reset after a while. So that's the one thing I like in JRPGs is the ability to run around enemies so you don't have to always be fighting. That's been my favorite ever since the Earthbound era. Especially since other JRPGs just get, they're quite resilient. Quite persistent, maybe, I guess I should say. Junkstorm. You just dumped on him. You know what? We have skills, too. Oh. Hey, dude, you used up all my MP. You get some back by metal draining them. That's harder to get a timing on. Also, I'm not quite sure what stat dictates that. This game hasn't explained much yet, but placing tiles on the ground is one of the best ways to do damage in this game. You see there's these toxic tiles on the ground. They act like poison. Because everybody's made out of metal and they can't get poisoned directly, but they can take poison damage on a poison tile. Which is another, like, Live Alive thing. Like when you put fire everywhere, you put down water tiles, or lightning tiles, or poison tiles. Same concept here, except the grid is much smaller. There's even AoE attacks that are different forms of AoE. I'm gonna have to work on that number 5 crate later. Oh, right! I forgot about the Godzilla in the background! Egad! The bridge is blocked. What do we do, my liege? Whatever you think, my good can. We fight! Oh, whatever do you think, my good can? We fight! I didn't read that right. Try your best to keep off any toxic tiles, my liege. You get a free move at the beginning of every turn. Yeah, I've been using those. And it puts a tile on you to make sure that you move, but the first damage is always free, unfortunately. Unless you outpace the enemy somehow. So don't stand on toxic tiles. If you're a melee character, make sure they're as close to the enemy as possible. I think it dictates magical damage, too. Magical damage would also be greater. It's kind of a universal thing. Get blocked, loser. Okay, so he doesn't use my MP, so I could do a lightning strike, too. Ooh, that's damage! Toxic Titan is building up energy. Let me guess, excuse me! Guardian Knight, you are standing in the zone that I wanted to move to. Luckily, I did tremendous damage with my lightning bolts. That was prepping an AoE, like one of those MMO zone attacks. Don't stand into bad stuff, basically. And I wouldn't have been able to not stand into bad stuff, because he was standing right there. I had to stand in toxic waste if I didn't kill that. That explosion is a good thing, right? Oh. Oh, no it was not. And so the great scrap city was devoured by the waste. But Garbamesh escaped with his life. He united the kingdoms of the dump. And he fought Slime Falcor. And together in common cause, they defeated the monstrous invaders. Well, then the RPG is already over. What are we playing then? They won the war and banished the toxic waste forever. Yeah, Garbamesh already solved everything. Welcome to the cozy area of peace. In the lands of Phil, it is now a farming game. Well, Garbamesh's castle is a lot fancier. This place looks like a dump. Okay, I see animal people here, and I see cardboard boxes and bugs. Definitely garbage. And even a century later, the kingdoms still gather to celebrate this memory. The King's Convention. I thought it was a 3-day peace photo op and meet and greet. Well, yes, that too, of course. But even though old King Garbamesh is gone, it's still important to remember the reason. Even though it's heavily commercialized, here's me coming through. What a rude rat. Hey, Batavia, today's the big day for a boy, huh? Heh, yeah, I never expected Dustin to be featured in the garbage feast. It seems like just yesterday he was still staying up all night, reading comics, drinking way too much curdled milk, and then passing out in a puddle of his own drool. Ha, so true, so true. Where is that lughead anyway? He's not here with you. I thought he was coming with you. I figured he was already left with you. So that means he's still rustin' sleeping. Well, you're going back for him. You're his best friend. Plus, these pickled eggs ain't gonna sell themselves. I'll be back. We gotta go get the link for the Kingdom Festival, maybe the Chrono. For the Millennium Fair. Hey, wake up, Chrono. Your mom's calling. Man, that's a hell of a line. We're gonna be waiting a long time to get back into the kingdom. Oh man, somebody TP'd that tree. I don't think it grows on trees. Kingdoms of the Dump. The junkiest story you've ever heard. Yes, there is a world map. It uses Mode 8. The podunk town of Tin Alley. Looks like he's sleeping in a puddle of his own drool. Dustin! Bensley! 5 more minutes. Get up! Oh, what? Oh, my lid is pounding. Ahem. Oh, hey, Batavia! You won't believe the dream I was having. Garbamesh was there, and... Forgetting anything, Dustin? The King's Feast! You're supposed to be the personal guard for King Globespin! Oh, scrap! The most important day in your career, and you decide to rest and sleep in? It's not what it looks like. Well, it looks like someone stayed up late drinking curdled milk and reading comics again. Save it for the council. Get your stuff and let's go. There's our hero, sleeping in like protagonists like to do. Note to self: to escape, press escape start to open the main menu. Also, the triangle works too, or the Y button. Or I keep on thinking things in PlayStation terms because I played the PlayStation a lot as a kid. So the top button. Adventures of Garbamesh, volumes 1 through 7. You found a can opener. Well, that'll be good if anybody's made out of can. A hand-me-down dented training blade. We also got a tin lid and a tin can. Which we are. We are literally that. This is our skill tree. We'll explain the skill tree later, but we do have a lid toss. It can actually knock back people. Well, I'm ready. I'll be hiding up here. Well, let me check around the room once more. Make sure everything is looted. I will bounce out of my own house. Huzzah! Took you long enough. Let's get going. Batavia joined the party as a guest. That means we can't really control her actions. Wait, let me loot more stuff around town. I feel like I'm a protagonist now. And I can do those things. What are you still doing here, Bensley? Shopping. This game really loves its food items, and I believe you have infinite inventory space, but limited item stacks. There's paper clips everywhere. That's the money in this game. So, to add to the DNA of this game, throw in Hylix 2 and their bones. You can climb on almost everything. Like, of course we can't go to the background, it's still 2D, but there's a lot of stuff you can just jump on top of and get high up. Also, that will happen too. There's some weird graphical things that happen in this game. There we go. I mean, you're trying to perceive 3D space in a 2D image. And sometimes it's just gonna mess up. Tin Alley Orphanage, home to the unsorted and misfits alike. Are you unsorted? Wanna hear a scary story? Big bro Dustin! You're so lucky to go to the feast. You know the trash candy you can for me. Yeah, we should talk to NPCs multiple times. I hear there's a runaway fridge that sleeps in the woods. And who'll gobble you up if you wake it up. Arr. Okay, that's all he has. You're the best knight in the kingdom. I sure am. I could bounce too. I'm gonna lurch. For real, stay back. Hey, he's gonna puke on the beds. Also, what kind of orphanage is this? The beds are like right there. Oh, Bagatha finally let you move into here, out of here into your very own trash hut. But you miss this place, don't you? Yeah. It's okay not to grow up too fast. I can warm you up some broiled eggs and you can play with your toys, alright? Yeah, Dustin, you want to take a nap with your blankie or do you want to get it on the road? Alright, gotta go. I'll take your family leftovers, though. Math. Read. Learn. How to. They're learning how to video game in here. Maybe I could play with my toys for a little bit. Also, does that count as a unicorn? It might! There seems to be a paper cone taped to its head. Yeah, I think I looted most of what's in here. Can I jump in the oil? The answer is yes. You jump in water in this game, and it takes you to the closest point of dry land that it could get to. Oh! Hey there, Dusty! Miss Bagatha left early for the feast. Hey, wait a second. Shouldn't you be... Holy scrapola! You gotta get it moving. Yeah, but I'll take your burger. If I had an empty bottle, I could fill it up with dirty coffee. Says everybody in the morning. If I had an empty bottle, I could fill it with some dishwater. Says everybody in the morning. Heat up the cold burger. So another point of Hylix. Another point of Hylix is you can heat up things to make them better. Cold burgers would heal like 70. Yeah, the cold burgers are like 70. This is 125 now. And they'll stay like that for the rest of the game until you use them. So you don't have to worry about reheating your leftovers. Welcome to the world map. It has mode 8. And special features. Sometimes if you explore certain corners of the map, you might find a thing. I don't know if they'll do that for the tutorial, though. I thought I found something. No. Sure looks curious with all these wrecked cars and stuff out here. What's down here? Junk hut. Oh boy, things saloon. What are you doing, Squire? Shouldn't you be at King's Con? I had to give my left flap. I've been stationed at Horning Hall Castle today. I wonder what you're guarding. Which is certainly not that crate I'm about to open. Class ring. That's an accessory. 5 max HP. I'll take it. It's a free accessory. I'll take it. Anybody still have their class rings? Do they even still do class rings? When I was in high school, they did class rings. It was like $90, and that's in 1990s money. I can't even wear it, and I don't even know where it is. It's somewhere. Probably at my mother's house. In that case, it's probably... It might as well be gone, then. Besides, I won't be able to fit in it anyway. I would have to get a completely different ring, and I'm not a ring-wearing kind of guy anyway. Moldy lettuce. It wasn't even gold, it was white gold. I thought it was cooler that it was white gold. It's like white chocolate. Garbage way. Please use caution when traveling. Wild trashy population is high during the litter fling months. Follow the trail to reach Castle Hoarding Hall. Man, we are going to be so late. We have to go through several battle maps. At least we have the paper clips to show us the way. You're gonna be glad that they have all these healing items, though. Junk storms might have littered the trail. Jump by using spacebar cancel. Regulations state no jumping higher than 3 tires high. Ministry of Responsible Platforming. And everything's a bureaucracy in this world. I don't like it. Battle time. Alright, Dustin. Look alive out there. Press the action button at the right time to get a timed critical. We just went over this. Don't forget to time your block, too. We just went over this. Batavia's timing is a little bit weirder because she stabs so quickly, but Dustin is pretty much like Gargamesh. Very generous. Ah, man, we were level 55 just a few minutes ago, now we're level 1? Then again, Gargamesh only had like 2 special skills at level 55. I think we're going to be more powerful than he is. Of course, he's long since dead. On some of the off-screens, I will be farming the enemies, because not only do they drop valuable healing items, and eventually we will have a steel that I could just, like, farm stuff with. But also, I feel like what my version of the game that I'm playing through, I'm a little underleveled, so I want to see what overleveling feels like. Use metals to perform special skills. Don't hesitate to use metals, because you'll find more along the way. As they say, the dump provides. Honorable Guild of Sorting. More bureaucracies. More bureaucracy. Of course, we don't have to worry about levels right now, but... Enemies! Keep on your toes to get a free move. Yes, I know! What was the whole point of the Garbamesh thing if you're going to tell us again? Positioning can be a difference between winning and losing. It also factors in how much damage you'll do. So I'm going to stay in the back and do a little damage. Cork shot. Get parry, loser. So we don't want to stand in glass. Glass is bad. It'll do bleeding damage to us while we're standing in glass. Those enemies also turn into glass tiles when they die. That was a bottle bird, by the way. There's a bird made out of bottle. We battled the bottle bird. I'm looking for more treasure chests. And clips. Because they're used as currency. Blue chips are 1 rupees. Gold chips are 10 rupees. Ministry of Greed and Finance. Oh, more bureaucracy. Why do we even need a king when we're ruled by bureaucracy anyway? What's his point? I'm looking around for any more treasures. They're always off the beaten path, like right over there. I see that. I feel like I should be able to break this somehow. Sadly, that is not the case. More treasure. Performance pill. We're going to be seeing a lot of these, so I'm going to use them as I get them, really. Permanently raise attack by 1. You know what? Dustin is an attack guy. Especially since we have so very few metal points. We only have like 20. All he can do is lid toss. There's basically 3 stats. Well, you know what? There's more than 3 stats. There's got attack, defense, skill, which is basically magical attacks and metal attacks. Agility, luck, and boy. Boy is boil point. I think it dictates how fast you can get your limit breaks, which is your boil points right here. You get 3 limit breaks per character, and they'll unlock by story or some other stuff. But this makes a lava tile. But we have to fill up our boil meter, so add Final Fantasy VII to the list. Oh, now they're putting all the enemies together. Are you gonna tutorial me some more? Maybe explain how tiles work, Ratavia? Block it. Block it. Okay, break you first. Break him. If I'm in control of a character and I do a timed move, we will get a metal point back. Lid toss. You can even crit on special moves. Every time you see wow or yeah, I did a crit. Limit breaks are guaranteed crits. And just like in Mario and Luigi, you get a choice of what stats you want to increase. Or I guess this would be Paper Mario, because this would be attack, defense, and flower points. Or badge points. We're going to build into attack for right now. And we got Metal Drain. So let's steal the MP from enemies. Because unless you reload a map, the medal points are gone. And the only other way to get them back is probably an inn.
Dusty, you look half asleep.
Don't you remember your lessons? Of course I do.
Alright, if you say so.
Let's make short work of these beasts. Get the hoarding hall already. He just has to shake off the sleepies. The TP roll. Oh wow, it's been 30 minutes already and we're not even out of the tutorial yet. Because we had to get the tutorial twice apparently. Porta save. Record your progress on the restroom wall. Yeah, they're janitors, alright. TP rolls can be used to restore your health. Bring your own roll. So, you don't get healed at save points. Okay, let's not save over this. This is my Chapter 3 save that I'm working on. I'll save over that when I finally beat the game. But, you know, spoilers. We're in the lands of Phil. Don't mind those other two losers there. So TP rolls are a tent for one person. That's basically how it rolls. There's also family-sized TP rolls which will heal your whole party. That's the only way to heal at a save point, so make sure you keep it in mind. I'm gonna get to the world map first, because we have another character we gotta run across anyway. No, stay away, Bottle Bird, stay away. I got your cold burger. Pretty easy to outrun enemies in this game. Just give them a wide berth, which is pretty easy to do in this game. You got a lot of running room, and they'll almost never catch up to you. Any more loot? So much moldy lettuce and onions all everywhere, because it's garbage. Gym socks. Well, yeah, you'll find those in the garbage. 2 attack. Workout socks that offer comfort like no other. You could really use attack power boosts right now. I remember not boosting attack at first, and I was going into skill instead because I was like, hey, magic was probably broken in this game. Yeah, but you still need medal points. Attack is more consistent.
Not so fast, Binsley.
He's a recycling container, which means he's a nerd!
Look who's late for such an important task.
Blue bin.
Why did they ever trust a fool like you to serve the first squire? After all, you're the worst knight in the kingdom.
You're just jealous they picked me over you.
Dustin, we don't have time for this. You really think you deserve it? What do you say we duel for the honor?
Let's go! I'll show you how knightly I am!
Let's spar one last time before they have your lid.
It's a one-on-one fight! I'm gonna maximize damage right away. Plastic plunge? Get parried, loser! Get parried, loser! How about you get out of the front lane? Get back there, where you belong. It'll lower his damage a little bit too, but it also makes his timing a little weirder. Bottle Swarm! Egad!
Dustin, don't forget to move off the glass!
Ouch, bad stuff! Well, it's a good thing we have warm burgers. We also got lettuce. That's of course that's where he's going to keep his items. Do I have something that increases my boil points? Yes, I do. Curdled milk. I'm going to limit break this full. Oh, you with the delayed attacks? What do you think this is? Elden Ring? Tap the action button. Summon the big sword. Yup. Yeah, you're standing in the bad stuff too. Take that. he does a lot of damage for a one-on-one fight. You went right into it, dude! You landed right on it! That's your own fault. Sometimes the enemy is very dumb and just stays in the bad stuff. They'll never get invited to the raid. Ah, I thought I was gonna level up again. I should have fought more enemies.
That's enough, both of you. We're going. Come on, Dustin. Don't interfere, you worthless rat.
What the Dustin doing? Did you just explode your sword?
Ugh. Huh? What did you... My sword is completely rusted through. Do you have any idea how much this thing cost? Let's go, Dustin.
So, our protagonist seems to have some kind of metal rusting power. I was kind of hoping I'm gonna have to save. Well, it might be a little bit longer than my usual videos. Hell yay! Hell yay! Welcome to the 78th Annual King's Con! Give it up for our host, the hand-picked successor to Garbamesh himself, the level-headed ruler of Garbesia, King Globespin! Thank you all for joining us for these festivities. My only regret is our dear founder Garbamesh couldn't be here with us. Oh, here comes the waterworks. Honestly, it's been 15 years for dump's sakes. Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen, you know I get a little emotional. Egad! Great Maker above! What's the meaning of this? Silence. A new age is coming to the land of Phil. One by one, your dumb kingdoms will fall. And in the aftermath, it'll be cockroaches that inherit the world. What did he have in his hand? That's not going to be relevant to the story. Search the premises at once! Oh, weren't we supposed to be there to help protect the king? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I think we're in True Bell. Shatterglass Woods. Well, I didn't know we could go to this area early. Oops, this isn't the castle at all, is it? Silly me! I didn't even know we could go in there, considering we're supposed to go to the castle. Which will be next time on Kingdoms of the Dump. You can save right here on the world map whenever you want. I hope I don't confuse these two levels. I'll play more on more on the other one on the off screen. See if I can get to chapter 4. There's 4 chapters in this game. Good night, everybody.